a Stargate first, which is standard, and then Citadel of a Dune. So everything looks really standard. He's going for like a really early +1. Got the Stargate and then +1.
Want some?
Alright.
You want some?
Yes, I'll get some. Sorry,
Okay.
Nina, go ahead.
And then, okay, so Jadong is putting down his 2 extra hatcheries now, and so now we're gonna get to see what kind of tech he's gonna go for.
I'm curious, because of the Zerg Spire's placement, does that actually delay his gas
Oh, look.
significantly or no?
Oh look, on the top right, Jadong like a really, really early 4th base, so instead of going for tech right away, he went for an expansion. That's really risky, but if it pays off, he'll put him way ahead. And to just answer your question, the Spire, I don't know if it helps him or...
Sorry about the background noise.
Okay, and Jadong's getting, carapace again, so I think he's going to skip Hydras and just go straight Mutas. And he put down a Hydralist in, but you can see he's not upgrading, so he's definitely going for Mutas. And the Hydra den is just a fake.
Interesting. I'm curious to see if these zealots are gonna actually do any damage, considering all the... Okay, 2... Well, actually 1 morphed, and none of them morphed at the top. Is Jadong actually gonna be able to defend this? It seems like he's gonna be in trouble, and his Hydras are gonna pop barely. I mean, with Zerglings.
Yeah, he's not gonna build any Hydras. It looks like Pierre's just gonna back off because there's so many Zerglings, and just go for the Jadong's 3rd.
Is this pretty much standard play? Because this is pretty much a repeat of when he played versus Pierre. Sure, it worked off pretty well, but he's delaying his Hydra significantly.
It's a little bit different because his Mutalisks are a little bit later. And he's, in the game against Lucifer wasn't actually able to do a harass with Zealots, so Pierre's doing a lot more harass, and as you can see in the 6 o'clock position, Pierre's using this harass time to take the bottom middle position.
That's a lot of Scourge. Wow.
There's also a lot of Corsairs out, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of Protoss... Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of Protoss players will go heavy Corsair and Zealots early in the game. So, it's kind of safe to assume that he's going to make a lot of Corsairs. And so... oh, look at that!
Damn, that was actually a very big loss for DT Sarah. Still gonna be able to support and get up his base, but it seems that it's still not mining, so it's still some time before he could actually do some harass or utilize the base.
Well, he can't really transfer probes between the bases because the muralists will pick them off, so he's basically just stuck with a base that's not mining. And Jadong has like total air control because that was just like amazing the way he took out those Corsairs with the Scourge.
Interestingly enough, this Ras is actually going to do a lot of damage, and not even making a Corsair in production. He does have a pylon out there. The DTs are out by the natural, and just going to have to rely on the Storm if he has it. Does he have Storm? I think he does, but doesn't have enough
yeah,
energy.
He does.
Wow, this is going to be so annoying for Protoss.
Oh, one of them has Storm, but it's really hard to Storm Mutalisks when they're moving around. Especially when it's Jadon, because... Oh, and, C is doing, he's just doing, he's like ram zealots up the ramp, in the top right, and it's basically gonna do nothing.
A very valorous attempt, though, because his first initial attack actually killed a whole bunch of Zerglings and forced delayed mining time, and even got to kill the hatchery to nearly less than half, well, actually less than half of its original health. So he just tried to finish it off.
Yeah, I think, though, that Jadon still ended up ahead because, just because he put down the hatchery so early that he was able to get his drones on sooner than he normally would have.
Ouch, and biting the dust for some of those mutas. I wonder how many are left.
Let me
3 to 4.
see. I don't have the hotkeys for Jadon.
Oh yeah, that's one thing
But
you just reminded me of, the hotkeys. Ah, dang it, I don't have hotkeys for anybody.
I don't either, but C is actually building a Dark Archon now. And I accidentally just punched my microphone.
It's perfectly fine. Sorry if I'm laughing at you, but it's just I did the same exact thing the first time I was commentating. I punched my microphone like 3 to 4 times before I even started streaming, and then like 2 times after I started streaming. So it's just funny the relevance of that.
But when Jadon took down those Corsairs, the game was... He got a really big advantage, and that's what's allowing him to harass so well with these Mutalisks right now. And it's really, really hurting Pierre a lot. Especially since he just got this 4th base denied.
It seems that both players have the same exact population, which is favorable for the Zerg and unfavorable for the Protoss, but let's see what'll happen here in this engagement.
Normally, Protoss units take up more food than Zerg units. So you can be Zerg and outnumber the Protoss, but have less food overall. So if it's equal, that actually means the Zerg probably has more units.
Did you get to catch a glimpse of the Maelstrom right there on the mutas?
Yeah, that was really good.
Sadly, didn't get to snipe anything or deal any damage because of the, well, reinforcement lanes. And the mutas continue their reign over the skies.
And Jadon's just now finishing his Ultralisk carapace. So I think he's got defilers as well, so he's pretty much set for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he is. Protoss is still doing what he can, but still needs a bit better composition right here as Zerglings completely obliterate Dragoons and getting a little bit of a surplus of minerals. Oh, he's supply blocked, so it's understandable.
And to really take on like an Ultraling army, you really need like Archons and Speed Zealots and Dark Templar, and C has none of that right now, so he's really, really bad position.
Sorry, my brothers are just being idiots in the background.
And that's okay.
The bad thing about living with brothers is the idiocy that goes around, but it's perfectly fine. Do you have any siblings?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I have a bunch. I thought I told you.
Then my memory is like a goldfish then.
I can't, sometimes I can't remember who I tell and who I don't, but I have a lot of siblings. I think there's I think he's gonna plague. Oh no, he didn't get to, because C, like, broke off, like, one Dragoon to...
Man, this must be so
oh.
annoying for Varialsc. Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, I think, just before, C was going to get plagued by, a Defiler, and then he just, like, pulled his whole army away and then sent one Dragoon after it, so I thought that was really cool.
Interesting that the Protoss has split his army, like, in all locations. Sure, he can defend multiple locations now, like, to get up the 2 bases he actually needs, but at the same time, the strength of his army is vastly diminished. And an Ultralisk over here, actually, by the 4th base at the top right, yeah, he's gonna have to kill a Sunken Colony to get out. But yeah, it seems Jaedong's on a dominating position.
Oh yeah, I sometimes do this, where I get my Ultra stuck and then I have to kill something. So I think he actually has to kill his Evolution Chamber. And as you can see, Jaedong knows that he's in a really good position because he triple expanded earlier. Oh, and look, 6 o'clock position, he's gonna go Guardians. So he's playing real fast right now.
Very good eye, and that's pretty much gonna be... Ah, shoot. Got off the screen. That's gonna pretty much be the end of the game as... What, you gonna drink it or... Alright. That's gonna put an end to the game since Protoss doesn't have anything else to hold on to except for that one base that's just about to be attacked with all the overflowing units.
My name is Google.
I think that's pretty much all there's to say.
It's gotta be so devastating to have to deal with a maxed Zerg. I don't think I've ever seen a Protoss or a Terran player actually beat a maxed Zerg since by that time all hope is lost, kinda like in the campaign. So, yeah.
Well, if you, a max Protoss army with the right composition will beat a max Zerg army. And if you have like a max Terran army, like max mech army, you can definitely beat a max Zerg army.
Oh. Nina, what admin were you before? You were, the forum admin, or?
No, I was news super admin.
Nice.
So, actually, I don't think I actually talked to Iway before.
Ah, alright. So you guys are able to see the screen. I was just curious, but yeah, he's a friendly dude. I only wish he would actually commentate with me, but he's just like, no, I can't speak English very well. It doesn't matter if you speak Spanish or Russian or whatever. As long as I get someone in here with me, it's so... I don't know how to explain it.
Well, you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other, and you can... I think that's kind of how it works.